had some technical difficulties. Finally starting my stream playing Nancy Drew Message in a Haunted Mansion. And yeah, that was frustrating as hell to figure out how to get this to work right. I have to use display capture because it is an older Nancy Drew game. So it's gonna be not the greatest look, and I actually have my OBS on that monitor instead of this one because for some reason when I open the game it does a weird thing where it shifts stuff around and it just isn't working properly. So to check to make sure that everything's running smoothly, I'm gonna have to keep Twitch open on my phone with my, well, my, where's my, stream manager, there it is. Okay, looks like I'm good. So yeah, playing Nancy Drew Message in a Haunted Mansion. I have not played this in a while, so let's see how that goes. I need to look up hints every so often because it's been a while.
Hi, it's Nancy Drew.
Oh,
welcome
really
to my
quiet.
latest cyber.
Is that just I don't think it's my headset. Game setup.
Listen, my child, to this story of dreams, and know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems. When the 10 daughters are reunited in order, when the four-sided box loses its border, when the eye of the phoenix is in your hand, when the bird of fire can see again. Hi, it's Nancy Drew. Welcome to my latest cyber
really
mystery.
Quiet?
Message in a Haunted Mansion.
Is that
Choose your difficulty
like
level
I just
to start
turned
off.
the voice volume up?
Listen, my child, to this story of dreams, and know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems. When the 10 daughters are reunited in order. If you're new to adventure games, you might want to click on the tutorial button to learn how to play.
Quieter? That makes no sense. Okay, I'm gonna
listen, my child, to this story of dreams.
I'm gonna
play the game.
Nope, now it's almost impossible to hear. Maybe my headset is. Maybe the volume.
I've got to stop him before he gets away.
Wrong thing. Went the wrong way. On the plus side, that'll trigger the second
losers.
chance. On the plus side, that'll trigger the second chance.
And you just let him get away?
There was nothing I could do.
I'm sure there was something you could have done to stop him.
Yeah,
well, you probably had to act fast and didn't have enough time.
I guess this mystery's solved. Unfortunately, the bad guy got away. This time.
Okay, there we go. Oy. Okay, I think it might have just been my headset.
Listen, my child, to this story of dreams, and know that the beginning is more difficult than
it was my headset. Okay.
Hi, it's Nancy Drew.
Let's start
Welcome to my latest cyber mystery. Message in a Haunted Mansion. Choose your difficulty level to start off. If you're new to adventure games, you might want to click on the tutorial button to learn how to play the game.
And I've played pretty much every Nancy Drew game. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do Junior Detective or Senior Detective. I know I've played this game on Junior Detective multiple times, but do I want to play it on Junior Detective again, or do I want to challenge myself? I think I want to, you know what, I think I want a more laid-back playthrough, so I'm going to do Junior Detective. Okay, yeah, that's a skosh too loud for me.
Listen, my child, to this story of dreams, and know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems.
The music's not as important as the sound effects. Okay, continue.
Dear Beth, hello from stormy San Francisco. This time I'm staying in a beautiful Victorian mansion. You'd love the room I'm in. It's full of old Chinese furnishings and some interesting knickknacks. The owner of the house, Rose Green, is a friend of Hannah and asked me to come out and help her with some renovation work. She and her friend Abby hope to turn the place into a bed and breakfast by next month. But from what I gathered, Rose isn't sure if she can open in time. Ever since they started the renovations, they've had a lot of accidents.
Start
Could it
of
be just
spooky month.
bad luck,
I'm
or is
gonna
there something more sinister
play a
at work?
different game. pretty much
I'm
every
sure
day.
I'll find out. Love, Nancy.
There's a couple of days where I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stream or not, and out comes the classic Nancy Drew experience of
It's locked.
clicking. Okay. Oh, jeez. I forgot that most of the stuff's on the... Yeah. Oof. Let's see. Yeah. The Chinese symbols are gonna be important later. Alarm clock for advancing the day. Dragon imagery.
It's stuck.
Yeah, I don't have the thing that I need to open that yet. Here we go.
Listen, my child, to this story of dreams, and know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems.
I
When
actually
the 10
have
daughters are
I actually have this
reunited in
tapestry as a
order,
blanket.
When the
I don't know if
four-sided
I don't know if
box
Her Interactive
loses its
still
border,
sells this particular
when
blanket,
the eye of the phoenix
but
is in your
I
hand,
did get
when
one
the bird of
a few
fire
years
can
ago.
see
I
again,
think
when
5
the
years ago
moon
now.
sleeps and the sun plays, the king of the sky will shine his ray, and hidden beneath a river of
I just
colors
noticed
will lie a
that
gate
oh
to
crap, I
golden
can't remember the
wonders.
voice actor's name, or voice actress rather, but I can't remember her name from the original games. They changed voice actresses when they made Midnight in Salem, which is the second most recent game. Mystery of the Seven Keys is the most recent. So that's the tapestry, and yeah, my blanket is a lot bigger than that. Why is my phone making random noises at me over Messenger? Then again, that's pretty normal for that particular phone. Nope.
Hello, Nancy. I see you've arrived safely from your long journey.
Oh god.
But I'm
The
sensing an aura of
graphics.
danger around you. I can tell you're an inquisitive type, a little skeptical, and that you don't believe in ghosts.
And you do?
I sense a very strong but restless spirit within these walls. And a restless spirit can soon become an angry spirit.
But yeah, the graphics improve as the games have, like, the graphics have improved greatly over the years. I just realized my controller was right next to me. I'm always knocking things over. I think that was one of my primers. Okay.
Who could this restless spirit be?
I'm not sure, but for some reason the name Valdez has a strong connection with this mansion.
And I'm pretty sure that it would be... I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be pronounced Valdez. Some of the inflection in some of these games is a little off, and sometimes I wonder if they had the voice actors do their their recordings separately and didn't have them hear how other voice actors sounded as their characters, because in one of the games, which I am going to be playing this month, I will be playing Shadow at the Water's Edge, which I actually have a full playthrough on my YouTube channel of that one, of me playing it on Senior Detective. But essentially, there's parts in that one where Nancy keeps mispronouncing a character's name, even after hearing it hearing it pronounced the correct way. So I think they might not have had the voice actors either in the same room as each other, which is pretty normal for the voice acting. They usually don't have everybody all in one room recording together, but I think what might have happened is they didn't have the voice actors like reacting to the dialogue. They just had them reading their dialogue.
Do you have any more information on Mr. Valdez?
Now, if you will please excuse me, I need to prepare myself for this evening.
And that's not
At that
even
time,
a
more
proper
will be
response.
revealed.
Like, let's see. Oh yeah, this is that entrance. The main hall.
I see you.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Oh, right. Oh, it's up there. Okay. We do not play with this. That can end the game early. I made that mistake, I think, on my first playthrough, which was years ago. I've played this game several times. I just haven't played it in a long time. Okay, so over here we have where the attic is, if I remember correctly. And yeah, there's some kind of spooky-ish things. It depends on which way you come from with some of them. But yeah, I generally go down that way. Ah, there's the chisel. That'll come in handy. Yeah, and unlike in some of the later games, we look at these because there's a reason. Oops. In some of the later games, you can auto scroll on the sides, where you just move the mouse here and it'll automatically move. This one you have to yeah, unfortunately in the older ones you can't like see a better visual version of it. Yeah. Oof. And then having to actually dial the numbers. Oof. Gonna talk to Rose in the kitchen. Or not the kitchen. I don't think she's in the kitchen. Dining room, maybe?
Hello, Nancy. I'm very glad you could come out here. We can really use your help, seeing how far we are behind schedule. Are you all ready to do some renovation work?
I can't wait. Last night, you mentioned some
Some of her
accidents.
inflections in
What
the early
exactly
games were a little
I don't know where to
interesting
begin.
too.
It started out
I
with
do
some
love these
small
games though.
but
This is
irritating
probably
things.
one of my all-time
But
favorite
then
game
the scaffolding
series.
collapsed, and just last week we had a gas leak. I really don't know whether I can stand much more of this. I would love to have a week without any accidents.
That's too bad. And you've done such a terrific job with the renovation.
I think I want a
Do
fruit
you know
cup.
much about the original owner?
Almost all the records on these old houses were destroyed in the Great Earthquake. so we don't know much about
Yeah.
the origins of the
This
place.
game came out
Abby
in.
thinks all our accidents were caused by some restless
I think this is the
spirit
third
or a
game in the
curse.
series.
I'm not one to believe in bad luck, but it's been one thing after another. Maybe Charlie doesn't have the expertise for these renovations, but his rates are so affordable. I sometimes wonder, though, if this old house would be worth more burned to the ground. Enough chit-chat. Hannah tells me you're a real pro with puzzles. Take a look in the corner.
Yep, and then
Those
this was
wood
the
tiles
third game
should
in the
fit
series.
inside the
The
inlay
first
pattern
game
of
was
the floor.
Secret Skin Kill,
Abby and I
which they
tried
did
for hours,
remake,
but
and
it's
I'm
just
thinking
too
about playing that one on
complicated.
stream
I'm
at some
sorry
point.
for not introducing you around, but everyone posts their schedule here in the dining room.
Yep.
It's kind of like Command Central. Let me know how far you
I
get
need
with
to
that
figure out
puzzle.
where to put these
And
expo
thanks again
markers.
for helping us, Nancy.
I really need to reorganize my little office area. Just realized that my tapestry blanket's actually slightly visible. Okay. Ugh. Wish I could just use WASD like in most other games. Oy. Ugh. Got a bit of a cold. And I don't want to sneeze all over my monitor. Done that a few too many times, and it just, the less I have to clean off the monitor, the happier I'll be. Okay, and it is, looks like 10:15. So Lewis is not here yet. Charlie is in the basement. Here we have a magazine that we can look at. Okay. I didn't remember that you could zoom in on that. Ah, there it is. It's a tangram. Which I actually like those. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, basically you want to make sure that when you're placing the pieces in this puzzle, they light up. If they do not light up, they are not properly placed. And then you'll have to keep trying until they are all actually properly placed. Oops. Always do that. Okay. The heck?
I did it!
There we go.
How's that inlay puzzle coming along?
Where did Abby find those papers that are in the parlor?
She told me they were in her room, which surprised me since it was completely empty when we moved in. Now the room you're staying in was crammed with furniture. I think most of it was original with the house.
Of course, being the fact that it is a Victorian era mansion, there's always the possibility that there was a secret compartment in Abby's room, or Abby could have found them in a different room and just claimed to have found them in her room.
How did you meet Abby?
She was the drama coach back in River Heights, and we worked on a couple of plays together. My bid on this house was too low, so she pitched in her savings to help me get the place. If it weren't for Abby, I couldn't have afforded this place.
What is Abby planning for tonight?
She's putting on some kind of seance tonight to contact these ghosts or whatever she thinks is causing all of these accidents.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
So long. How's that inlay puzzle coming along?
I finished it!
Wonderful! But now I've got something else for you. I set up a ladder upstairs so you can chip off the broken tiles on the hallway ceiling. You'll need to look around for a chisel or paint scraper for the job.
And I already
I'm not
found
sure
the
where
paint
Charlie
scraper.
keeps them.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, and it's not as easy to just turn around in these older ones. In some of the more recent games, in some of the more recent ones, you can
Hi, you must be Nancy.
turn
My
around
name's Charlie.
in a space.
Nice to meet you. Rose and Abby really have their hands full with this house.
Yeah, most of these Victorian mansions need a lot of work. But I don't mind getting my hands dirty, you know? This place will look great once it's finished.
I can see that. But what do you like to do when you're not renovating Victorian mansions? Any hobbies?
I'm taking classes at the local community college. I really like history. That's why it's neat to live. I mean, work here. Because everything is so old. It's got real character.
Yeah, that's always I don't know if I actually noticed that slip up the first time I played this.
Rose told me that there have been a lot of accidents lately. What do you think
I'm
is
so
causing
used to my
them?
I have no idea.
I'm so
People are
used to
blaming me,
looking
but
at my
it's not my
OBS,
fault.
but it's
I
over
know what I'm
here
doing.
instead of over
I
here.
know how
so
to do
it's-
this work. Listen, Nancy, I really need to get back to work. I'm repairing some floorboards, so be careful walking around. Rose was looking for you earlier. Maybe she has something for you to do. See ya.
Oh, I can only play the.
It's stuck.
I know there's a way to open that. I just can't remember how.
And hidden beneath a river of colors.
Yeah. Yeah, Nancy will start basically reading quotes or quoting the tapestry once she finds things. And actually, these recipes are pretty cool. I've been thinking about trying some of them. Sorry, I was making sure that my TV's not being stupid. It was things brand new, and it was disconnecting from apps even though I have really good internet connection. Let's see. But yeah, these are really... I think those are the only two recipes it lets you look at, but they both sound pretty good. Like a minty festival punch, which sounds like something that would be great to serve like at the holiday party. Obviously these are non-alcoholic drinks for parties, but yeah, I've been actually meaning to try these. I should probably I'm gonna take a quick picture because I don't know if I can actually screenshot while I'm in this game, because yeah, this is an older one, so we're gonna go. Excellent. Yeah, because I always forget to take a picture of that, and let's see. Can't do anything with the hammer.
I should wait until he leaves.
Right. Can't investigate down here when he's down here. Okay. I think that's everything I can look at down here while he's around. What time is it? Yeah. This one I always do with. Oh, can I not get through there? Just when I could. Oh, there we go. I honestly forgot that you can get caught on the... I don't remember his password.
When the four-sided box loses its border,
Yeah, and then of course there's puns in the names of authors and everything in this one. There's not as much of that in some of the later ones. Like, there's some, but not anywhere near as much as... Yeah. I already know how to read music, but
it won't fit. It won't fit.
at least this one you can't accidentally put the wrong ones in the wrong spots. Some of the games you can put things in the wrong spots. Like,
It's good to know it's here.
nope.
I need a paint scraper. It's locked.
And I don't remember where the key for that one is.
How are the tiles coming along?
I'm all finished, but you should know what I found.
I'm sure it's very interesting, but unless it's really important, I've got other things to worry about. Let's see. If you're any good at fixing things, there's a dumbwaiter in the hallway that's not working.
How did you find Charlie?
He just showed up one day. It was really odd. I remember Abby and I were in the basement talking about hiring someone to help us. 20 minutes later, the doorbell rang and there stood Charlie, looking for work.
Have you heard of someone named Lizzie Applegate?
No, I haven't.
Whose laptop is that in the library?
Lewis leaves it here, but he doesn't like people to use it. He said he's had trouble with viruses lately.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Thanks for your help.
I'm trying to remember which of the Nancy Drew games has the typing game that you have to do.
Hello. I was so wrapped up in my book, I didn't hear you come in. My name is Lewis Chandler.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Nancy Drew. Are you a friend of Rose?
Yes, I'd like to think so, but I'm an antique dealer and a client told me that Rose and Abby had recently acquired the estate. I'm an authority on the Victorian era, so they were only too happy to let me use the library in exchange for my advice on the renovations.
You must know a lot about the house's history.
Actually, I'm a bit in the dark about this particular property. However, as far as Victorian mansions go, I don't see anything remarkable about this one.
Abby thinks the mansion is haunted.
Does she? There have been documented cases of hauntings in older mansions. And I might add, not all of the hauntings were by friendly spirits.
Do you think a ghost is causing these accidents?
Accidents? I know Rose has mentioned some inconveniences like that wall covering and the light supplies, but I would hardly call those accidents. I'm sorry, but I'm quite busy at the moment, and although I'd like to talk, I really don't have the time. Please, excuse me. I'm sorry, but I really must finish my work. Perhaps Abby can assist you. Good day.
Okay, I think that's okay. I've talked to everyone. Let's see. Nancy's home number doesn't change much. I don't know if it changes ever.
Drew residence, Hannah Gruen speaking.
Hi, Hannah.
Nancy, how are you? And how's Rose?
Great. I'm really glad you had Rose
You
invite me out
You get a
here.
response
Her
from
house is
Hannah
so
about Rose
beautiful.
being
I'm so
similar age
happy
to
you're
her.
out there. But I'm worried about all the accidents she's having. There's just been so many.
What has Rose said about them?
She doesn't say much, but I know they've become worse and worse. That's one of the reasons why I asked you to visit her, to see if everything is all right.
Do you suspect there's something more to these accidents?
I don't know. Rose is under a lot of pressure to open that bed and breakfast on time, and I'm worried that it may be too much for her.
When is she planning to open it?
In a month or two, Rose spent her entire life savings on the house. If this doesn't work out, she won't have 30 more years to earn the money back. Well, I should let you get back to your renovation work. Thank you for calling. There's probably no reason for concern. But be on the lookout for anything unusual. Goodbye, dear.
And Bess's number doesn't change much throughout the series either. I think it stays the same for most of the games.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. George is here. Let me put her on the speakerphone.
Nancy?
Hi, George.
Hey, what's up?
I'm in San Francisco, helping a friend of Hannah's renovate an old Victorian mansion. She wants to open up a bed and breakfast. Unfortunately, some strange accidents have delayed the project.
Uh-oh.
Well, get this. One of the owners, Abby, thinks the place is haunted by a ghost named Valdez.
A ghost? Well, I'm glad I'm not out there.
Sounds like another case is in the works.
So tell us more about what's been going on.
Do you know anything about the house's history?
Okay, give me 1 second, because I do really want a fruit cup, and means I have to find my spoon, which I think is over by my bed, because I think the last time I had a fruit cup, I was sitting on my bed. And that's really quiet, which is probably fine. And then I have to go grab a fruit cup from my snack drawer. Be right back. Grabbed a few snacks so that I don't have to get up again for a while. I think I fell off an eyelash that fell in my eye. Hate when that happens. You know, it's kind of funny if you think about it. Eyelashes are supposed to be kind of that last line of defense to prevent things from getting into your eyes. And then they fall in the eyes. It's just like, you had one job, and you failed to prevent even yourselves from falling in. But yeah, that's literally the job of one's eyelashes. Eyelashes are to protect your eye from sand, dirt, bugs, other things. All sorts of stuff, really. There's a lot of things that you really do not want to get in your eyes. Unfortunately, your lashes aren't going to do much against liquids. These are really good. They're Dole brand fruit cups. They're those are peaches and cream.
I met the resident handyman, Charlie. He's pretty young, and I don't think he has much experience.
Maybe he doesn't charge very much, so he's probably a good bargain for Rose.
Or maybe he's just cute.
Bess, is that all you can think about?
No.
And Bess isn't usually as vapid. I have no idea how that's supposed to be pronounced. She's not usually as bad as that in most of the games.
Rose is really lucky. This antique dealer, Lewis Chandler, is helping her out, although he doesn't know very much about the house's history.
That makes sense. If the house was built before 1906, most of its records were probably destroyed in the earthquake.
But wouldn't he know at least something about it if he's some kind of expert on old things?
I'm sure he knows a lot about old stuff, just not architecture or houses.
And one of the things that's nice about these older ones, well, actually most of the games you can call Bess and George or Ned or Frank and Joe, depending on which game it is. And you can get hints. Now that I'm thinking about it, Midnight in Salem is like one of the only ones where I know you can call Ned. Frank and Joe are actually present in that game. And I don't think there's a hint system. I don't think the hint system is the same in that one. I think they changed the hint system in that one. I know they've changed it multiple times throughout the series. I'm gonna ask for one.
Can you guys give me a clue? I'm not sure what to do next.
We'll be more than happy to help.
But it might be more fun to figure it out on your own.
Find a way to get into that secret attic you found. It must contain important clues.
Search the whole house for a key.
Especially the basement.
Yeah, that's right. I think the key for the attic is in the basement.
I should get going. Talk to you later.
Bye, Nancy.
Bye.
I don't remember who Emily is. I think she's only in this game. There's characters who are only in 1 or 2 games.
This is Emily.
Hi, Emily. It's Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew? I haven't heard from you in ages. How's Hannah in River Heights? You're not in San Francisco, are you, my dear?
Actually, I am. I'm helping one
That
of
should have been
Hannah's
actually
friends,
I
Rose
am,
Green,
but-
renovate this wonderful old Victorian mansion. She wants to open up a bed and
I wonder
breakfast.
if she wasn't told what the previous
Seems
line
to be
was.
the trend these days. I'll bet you're staying in the Haight-Ashbury district.
I'm not sure. The place is located on California Lane. 4653, I think, is the number.
You know, you're lucky you caught me at home. I've been traveling most of these days, but after that crazy tour of Egypt. By the way, riding a camel is not as easy as it looks. My editor gave me an assignment right here in town. It'll be on the Dragons of San Francisco.
Got lipstick on my spoon. And yeah, I was eating with a plastic spoon.
I hope you won't be riding them. What were you doing in Egypt?
Oh, you know, the usual. Pyramids, bazaars, the Sphinx. But what are you up to, Nancy? Why'd you call? Is there anything I can help you out with?
Can you tell me about the Chinese writing system? I seem to come across a lot of Chinese symbols.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. The Chinese have been an important part of San Francisco history for over 100 years. The symbols are called Hanzi, and each one represents a particular thing, or an idea, or an action. You find them all over on business cards, takeout cartons, artwork.
I found some old papers in the house, plus a page from a phone directory dated 1894.
Oh, that sounds valuable. It's hard to find old documents like that before 1906.
Have you heard of an antique dealer named Louis Chandler?
Nope,
In these
never
games,
heard
it's
of him.
always important to exhaust as much dialogue as possible.
Have you heard of an actress, Lizzie Applegate?
Oh, sure. She was a good friend of Lotta Crabtree, another popular actress in the late 1800s. As I recall, she opened up a big hotel. What was it called? The Hotel Mandrake or the Oriental? I forget.
Was it in this neighborhood? Is it still around?
Oh, no, this one was downtown. It was very big, but I think it burned down.
Have you ever come across hidden rooms in Victorian mansions?
No. But I've read that many houses were only partially rebuilt after the Great Earthquake, closing off damaged rooms from the rest of the house.
Do you know anything about Valdez?
I don't think so.
I should get going. Goodbye, Emily.
Keep me posted, okay?
Forgot about that one. This one's not as jump scare heavy as some of the other spookier Nancy Drew games. And then there's that. Can't remember what time he knocks off at. Okay, so basically I need to set an alarm for 5 p.m. I do remember what needs to be done with those particular letters, but no, it's not doing it yet.
It's stuck.
It's still stuck even after I did that. I don't think that's the attic key though.
It's locked.
Oh, it's not doing it. I don't remember. Can I visit? A lot of times in these games, the random photos will be pictures of fans of the series.
Something's missing here.
And possibly like family members for her interactive employees. I'm not sure on that one. I know there's images of fans in a fair number of the games. Maybe that one can only do that when Abby's home.
It's stuck. It's stuck.
I think I need a screwdriver for that.
It's stuck. It's stuck.
Okay, so that was not what I need the screwdriver.
Hello.
How do you know Louis?
He stopped by one day to introduce himself. He seemed awfully curious about our property, but he's an antique dealer specializing in the Victorian period. He's been extremely helpful advising us on authentic decor.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Take care.
And that's another thing. I don't remember if they do that as much anymore. Where if you're covering over the fact that Louis leaves his laptop is kind of funny. Like, come on, man. If you're that worried about computer viruses, why the hell are you leaving your computer unattended? And that's right, the password is inside of the... Must refrain from referring to it as my handy dandy notebook. Because it's a good note. It's a nice notebook. But it doesn't exactly have a picture of the thinking chair on it. I was a big Blue's Clues fan as a kid. Yeah, it's just a pretty unicorn. It's a Pen and Gear, which is one of Walmart's brands. So it wasn't super expensive. Out in the back to school stuff. Okay, so laptop. Antiques. And I think the only other one that's actually relevant is the briefcase. Because we don't get to leave the house in this game. It's like a closed room mystery, kind of. Closed circle mystery would probably be a better way of putting it. But 4, 6, 3, 4, 8, 6, 8. Because I know there's a point where Louis leaves his briefcase unattended. I don't remember why or how. Okay, no discs. Yeah, And now if we type in and we can now get into the laptop. Even if Lewis isn't around. Or when Lewis isn't around, without having to do the maze game every time. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate the maze game, but
It's locked.
having to do it every time is irritating.
It's stuck.
And now we investigate the attic. And this is where this key goes. Yeah, that is really hard to read.
And know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems.
Yeah. Which is what that's referring to. The fact that it's the Hanzi symbol for beginning is not one of the easiest things to draw. Gotta love the creepy doll head.
When the eye of the phoenix is in your hand,
The spirits wish to speak to you, Nancy. Tonight, I will channel their energies to deliver a message. Meet me down in the basement, if you dare. Please sit down.
We really don't have time for this.
Let us begin. We are gathered here
That shadowy
tonight
figure was
to
amazing.
contact
You
the
never get to
shades of
see her
those who have passed
in
before
first
us.
person or even in third person.
Gaze into the crystal ball. It
Like
will
even in
answer
games
all
where you get
of
to
our
play as other
questions.
characters.
What's that?
Who has called
called me forth from the great beyond.
We have. Are you the spirit known as Valdez?
I was once called that in the world of the living.
Are you the spirit who has caused these accidents?
I have come back searching for her, my wife. Where can she be?
The spirits have spoken.
Need to take my
The
lipstick off.
seance is over.
We've got a busy day tomorrow, and no more time for these games, Abby. And make sure you blow out the candles on your way up. I don't want to wake up and find the house on fire.
Okay, there's the spooky shadow. We always want to go down and I think that's the only thing we can really do tonight during this night because other than looking at what Rose was doing, drinking from her interactive cup, I don't think I have. I don't think no, I didn't buy any of the Nancy Drew mugs when I bought my I honestly don't know which room. It's not hard to find Abby's gimmicks. I don't remember what time Charlie comes in. Shoot. So Rose is available from 6 to 10. Abby's available from 8 to 3. Okay. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Why did I do that? I'll just write this down. Rose. A.m. to 10 p.m. Abby. 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mr. Handyman, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mr. Antiques Dealer. Oh, excuse me. Noon to 5 p.m. There we go. That way I don't have to keep going up and down and up and down. So basically what I think I want to do is set an alarm for 3 p.m. Because in this game, that's the in some of these older ones, that's the fastest way to progress time. Nope. Oh, it is. Yeah, that particular item isn't available.
Who has called me forth from the great beyond?
Oh, seriously, I only grabbed 3 packets of fruit snacks. Yeah. And Abby claims that she's just trying to enhance the hauntings.
I should return the spider so Abby doesn't suspect anything.
Oops. That's right. At least generally speaking, Nancy will like be conscious enough of that. Like, hey. Okay. Excellent sound effect usage.
It won't fit.
Right, because it's mirrored.
Hello, Nancy.
I was wondering whether you knew anything about someone named E. Valdez.
E. Valdez. No, I've never heard of that name. But I'll jot it down and let you know if I come across it anywhere.
Have you ever heard of the Great Christmas Gold Robbery?
Of course, although it never actually occurred. Fictional history, a folk legend, a complete myth. But nonetheless, it's still a fascinating story, even though it isn't true.
Do you know who Lizzie Applegate was?
Yes, I certainly do. She was a very popular actress in the late 1800s. She was very generous and left all of her money to the Ladies' Protection Society.
What was the Ladies' Protection Society?
A popular charity in the early 1900s. They helped widows and orphans.
Have you seen the poem in my room?
Oh, that one. Yes, it's just some cheap Chinatown souvenir.
Do you know what a phoenix is?
Yes, it's a mythical bird-like creature that builds a nest every 500 years and then sets itself on fire to rise forth reborn from its ashes. It's a very popular symbol in the Bay Area. In fact, there's one on the main staircase.
What kind of antique store do you own?
It's a gallery, not a store. And it's called Chandler Interiors, specializing in the Victorian period. I have clients from all over the world, and if I don't have what they're looking for, I find it.
Was this house once a hotel?
That's hard to say. The house has been renovated many times, but several of its original features, such as the saloon and staircase, seem to indicate that it may have been a hotel. Unfortunately, there are no records on this house before 1906.
I won't keep you any longer.
Nice to see you again.
I wonder if I have to talk to everyone before that particular event happens.
Hey Nancy, I see you survived Abby's seance. Man, that Valdez guy sure sounded creepy.
Have you ever heard of him? Valdez, I mean.
I've heard of a Diego Valdez. He was a wealthy rancher who lived in the 1800s. Yeah, I just read a book on him for my history class.
Was he from San Francisco?
No, he was sort of a hermit and never married. But he was extremely generous. He gave away thousands of dollars.
Have you met Louis Chandler? What do you know about him?
He's an antique dealer, I think. I guess he does consulting work for Rose, like on Victorian furnishings and stuff.
Can you tell me more about the accidents?
I'd really rather not talk about that right now.
How do you like working for Abby?
She's not bad. She can be a little weird. I think she gets on Rose's nerves sometimes.
What do you mean?
She always does a disappearing act whenever Rose needs her to do some work. And I think Rose is sort of hatty, you know?
Abby thinks the house is haunted. Do you?
I'm not sure. Let's just say I wouldn't rule it out. But that's Abby's department, not mine.
Have you seen the poem in the Chinese room?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. It almost sounds like there's a hidden message in there, you know?
I'll let you get back to your renovation.
Bye, Nancy.
It's stuck.
I know there's a melody that I have to play to get that to open. I just can't remember where I find that. Is it the same paper? Yep. I couldn't remember if that changes or not.
Hello.
Does Charlie live around here?
He told me he just moved here from Iowa, but doesn't have a place of his own yet. He said he's staying with friends.
Do you think Charlie is responsible for these accidents?
Abby thinks he is, but I'm not sure. I really trust in him, and I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Thanks for your help.
I think Abby might need to be home for that one to happen. Yep. Which means I think it can only happen earlier in the day.
It's missing an eye. When the 10 daughters are reunited in order.
Maybe that particular event can only happen at noon. No, I'm pretty sure it autofocuses on when it happens. And I can't remember where I find that final tile for the fireplace.
It's stuck. It's stuck. It's so dark in here.
Yep, we're not doing that till we have a light source. Because, it's possible to actually end up, like, possible to have a fatal error. As they called them in some of the games. Oh, what's that? Probably gonna have to call Bess and George. Their hints are super vague, but they at least give you a starting point. In some of the further along games in the series, you can, yeah, I think let's go give Bess and George a call. Yeah, in a lot of the games, you'll have Bess and George be in the same place, so regardless of which one you call, but sometimes you'll have Bess's number and George's number, and you'll end up with, and you'll call one or both, and you'll have both of them answer, because this game doesn't have a cell phone, but most of the other games in the series do.
Drew residence, Hannah Groon speaking.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Nancy.
Abby is very strange. She really is convinced there's a ghost somewhere in the house.
I don't know Abby very well, but I never felt comfortable with her. I can't put my finger on it, but she just seemed, well, I don't know, like she wasn't who she really was, like she was putting on an act.
What do you mean?
I could never get a straight answer out of her. She was always pretending to be someone she obviously wasn't. I don't think she did it to be rude. She was probably just practicing for some part.
I met Rose's handyman, Charlie. He seems nice.
Rose told me he's a fine young fellow, but a little rough around the edges. I believe she said he's studying history at a community college.
Has Rose said anything about him and the accidents?
Nothing particular. I know she's concerned that Charlie may have inadvertently caused some of them, but she doesn't think it was intentional.
Did you know Rose has a resident expert on Victorians?
Oh, yes. Rose has mentioned Lewis several times. She's really fond of him and is very grateful for his help.
Oh? Is there more between them than what I'm seeing?
Oh, no, they're not dating or anything, but I can tell Rose likes him very much.
Have you heard about the seance Abby hosted for Rose and me?
Seance? Good heavens.
Has Rose ever mentioned that the house may be haunted?
Haunted? No, Rose is a very practical person. I couldn't imagine that she believes in ghosts. Although she's told me she's been a bit spooked these past couple of weeks.
Spooked?
I shouldn't be saying this, but Rose told me there's been some strange things going on. She's very fond of roses and likes to have fresh flowers about, but as soon as she puts them out, they die. It's very odd.
I just found a hidden attic. I wonder if it has anything to do with all these accidents.
If you ever play a Nancy Drew game,
Perhaps it does.
always exhaust as much dialogue as
Nancy,
possible and
keep
try
this a
not to
secret
offend
until you
anybody,
get to the
because if you
bottom of
offend
these
somebody too
strange
much,
events.
then
Don't even tell Rose.
you can
The less
potentially end
everyone
up
knows, the more you can investigate without creating suspicion.
like in Labyrinth of Lies, if you do something a little too soon, you can end up causing a character
Abby
to
faked
leave,
the
and then you
seance.
lose
She
that
rigged a
line
table
of
with a
inquiry.
projector.
Well, you didn't think it was for real, did you? Don't worry, Rose, about this. She has enough on her mind already. I just can't imagine why Abby would go to all that trouble.
Because she wants to have a haunted experience thing, I think is what it was. I don't remember. It'll come up in the dialogue. This lip oil is like my favorite lip oil. I think it's also, this lip oil is also the only lip oil I've ever owned. It's Ioni or Eoni, I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced, but it's their plumberry tinted lip oil. No, it's not flavored.
I should get back to work.
It doesn't smell
Goodbye.
bad. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Trying to get the... Wonder if I do this. Nope. That just pulls up my Chromie background. And I know I've played this since the last time I installed it, so it's probably just being glitchy. We're gonna have to reopen the game. It doesn't autosave though, is the problem. And I can't move my cursor to either of my other monitors when this game is open, which is why I had to alt-tab it. Okay, come on. I know there's a sound error. I just want to close the error, but I can't see my cursor. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to close the game. I think I had a potential I think there was a potential spot where there could have been a what we call a fatal error. In the games. And actually that is what it's called in some of the other ones, where a thing will pop up and it's, you have made a fatal error, would you like to try again? And that does happen quite frequently in the games, where it will automatically save right before you actually do what's considered a fatal error. Okay, that... Oh, okay. I think the fatal error would have... It saved in regards to... was the one that can happen if you... go through the crawl space... without a light. Because there is a spot in the crawl space where... Yeah, because this is... post-seance because we have the tape, and I didn't go down into the cellar until after we'd investigated Abby's room. Okay, let's try this again. It might have just been a glitch.
Drew residence, Hannah
Also-
Grun speaking.
Although it
Hi,
is
Hannah.
also
Hi,
just
Nancy.
a really
Abby
old
is
game.
very strange. She really is convinced there's a ghost somewhere in the house.
I don't know Abby very well, but I never felt comfortable with her. I can't put my finger on it, but she just seemed, well, I don't know, like she wasn't who she really was, like she was putting on an act.
What do you mean?
I could never get a straight answer out of her. She was always pretending to be someone she obviously wasn't. I don't think she did it to be rude. She was probably just practicing for some part.
Okay, so yeah, we have to go through
I met
all of these
Rose's
again.
handyman, Charlie. He seems nice.
Rose told me he's a fine young fellow, but a little rough around the edges. I believe she
I
said
think
he's
I'm
studying
just gonna
history at a
avoid-
community college.
Has Rose said anything about him and the accidents?
Nothing particular. I know she's concerned that Charlie may have inadvertently caused some of them, but she doesn't think it was intentional.
Did you know Rose has a resident expert on Victorians?
Oh, yes, Rose has mentioned Lewis several times. She's really fond of him and is very grateful for his help.
Oh? Is there more between them than what I'm seeing?
Oh, no, they're not dating or anything, but I can tell Rose likes him very much.
I just found a hidden attic. I wonder if it has anything to do with all these accidents.
Perhaps it does. Nancy, keep this a secret until you get to the bottom of these strange events. Don't even tell Rose. The less everyone knows, the more you can investigate without creating suspicion.
Have you heard about the seance Abby hosted for Rose and me?
Seance? Good heavens.
Has Rose ever mentioned that the house may be haunted?
Haunted? No, Rose is a very practical person. I couldn't imagine that she believes in ghosts. Although she's told me she's been a bit spooked these past couple of weeks.
Spooked?
I shouldn't be saying this, but Rose told me there's been some strange things going on. She's very fond of roses and likes to have fresh flowers about, but as soon as she puts them out, they die. It's very odd.
Abby faked the seance. She rigged a table with a projector.
Well, you didn't think it was for real, did you? Don't worry, Rose, about this. She has enough on her mind already. I just can't imagine why Abby would go to all that trouble.
I should get back to work. Goodbye.
Okay, nope, it's... Well, that's frustrating. I think I can get through the game without talking to Hannah again. But I don't think I can get through the game without talking on the phone again. Because obviously I made it through the game on this installment of the game. I wonder if it's... I did do some things that I probably shouldn't have. Okay, I'm gonna just check something and... I might have done something that I shouldn't have done earlier. I was trying to fix something and it didn't really work anyway, so I should probably undo what I did. This is just going to take a minute. Oops. Because I was trying to get something to work and I couldn't, and so I tried changing some permissions and that didn't work. So I'm wondering if when I changed those permissions, it fucked something up. I should check the properties in random itch. Okay, that one's already. Oops. This one had a different. I mean, I guess connected there. Check something. Okay, let's see if that might fix it. I'm gonna just check the... Okay, yep, okay, so I think that might be the issue, because those were marked as a different... They were slightly differently marked, so that might have screwed that up. Okay. I think I fixed it. Oh. I never actually closed the game. Yeah, that's still not... I forgot that I meant to close that. Sometimes I swear my brain is not completely there. Okay. Let's try that again. Thankfully, I have the save from right before that. But I am not already running it. Hey. I think it might be because the file permissions were different. I'm gonna try it with a call to Bess and George this time. Well, then again, I don't think I usually call Hannah in this game that often.
This is Bess.
And George.
Hello, you two.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
I should get going. Talk to you later.
Bye, Nancy.
Nope. Okay, so I think we'll just avoid calling Hannah. Actually, we're gonna test and call Hannah and just try the hanging up.
Drew residence, Hannah Groon speaking.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Nancy.
I should get back to work. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, yep, I think it was the file permissions. That's what I get for screwing around with my file permissions. It's my own fault. I was hoping it wasn't a corrupt
Drew
game
residence,
file.
Hannah Groon speaking.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Nancy.
Abby is very
we're gonna
strange.
Exhaust
she really
all the
is
dialogue with
convinced
Hannah.
there's a ghost
Again,
somewhere in
sorry
the
about
house.
that.
I don't know Abby very well, but I never felt comfortable with her. I can't put my finger on it, but she just seemed, well, I don't know, like she wasn't who she really was, like she was putting on an act.
What do you mean?
I could never get a straight answer out of her. She was always pretending to be
We're
somebody
clumped
she
together.
obviously
That was what
wasn't.
the issue was.
I don't think she did it to be rude. She was probably just practicing for some part.
I met Rose's handyman, Charlie. He seems nice.
Rose told me he's a fine young fellow, but a little rough around the edges. I believe she said he's studying history at a community college.
Has Rose said anything about him and the accidents?
Nothing particular. I know she's concerned that Charlie may have inadvertently caused some of them, but she doesn't think it was intentional.
Did you know Rose has a resident expert on Victorians?
Oh, yes, Rose has mentioned Lewis several times. She's really fond of him and is very grateful for his help.
Oh? Is there more between them than what I'm seeing?
Oh, no, they're not dating or anything, but I can tell Rose likes him very much.
Have you heard about the seance Abby hosted for Rose and me?
Seance? Good heavens.
Has Rose ever mentioned that the house may be haunted?
Haunted? No, Rose is a very practical person. I couldn't
I'm gonna
imagine that she
use all the
believes
same
in
dialogue
ghosts.
options and see if that
Although
was the
she's
cause of
told
it.
me
I
she's
doubt
been a
it,
bit
though. I think it was
spooked these past
file
couple of
publishers.
weeks.
Spooked?
I shouldn't be saying this, but Rose told me there's been some strange
Ugh.
things going on.
I am more
She's
snuffly
very
than
fond
usual.
of roses and likes to have fresh flowers about. But as soon as she puts them out, they die. It's very odd.
Abby faked the seance. She rigged a table with a projector.
Well, you didn't think it was for real, did you? Don't worry, Rose, about this. She has enough on her mind already. I just can't imagine why Abby would go to all that trouble.
I just found a hidden attic. I
Hopefully
wonder if it has
that fixed
anything
the
to
issue.
do with all these accidents.
Perhaps it does.
Excuse me.
Nancy, keep this a secret until you get to the bottom of these strange events. Don't even tell Rose. The less everyone knows, the more you can investigate without creating suspicion.
I should get back to work. Goodbye.
Okay, nope. It's after exhausting all the dialogue with Hannah. Oh, I don't know what's going on. And it's a really old game. And it was a pain in the ass to get this installed when I installed it. Because yeah, it just was. And like I said, this is a really, really old Nancy Drew game. Like I think it came out in like 2002. Or something like that. Oh no. 2000. So, okay. We're gonna end task. We're just gonna not call Hannah. I don't think it's required to call Hannah. I'm gonna just do a quick Google search on that. Because it only happened when I was after talking to Hannah through all the dialogue. I wonder if I just never finished all of the dialogue with her, or if I just only called Bess and George. Do you have to call anyone other than Emily to complete message in a haunted mansion? Okay. So I think I just want to avoid calling everybody else for now. I don't... Question is, should I test to see if the issue happens when I exhaust all dialogue options with Bess and George? Okay, I'm gonna see what happens if I...
This is Bess.
And George.
Hello, you two.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
Listen to this. I found a secret
Technic-
attic and an
and
old desk. It looks
According
like no
to
one's
Google,
been
I
in there
don't
for
need
years.
to talk to
There's
Bess and
probably
George
a
or
lot
Hannah.
of clues about the house in there.
Oh, what was in the desk?
An old playbill for a musical called The Bandit's Treasure.
The Bandit's Treasure? Maybe there is treasure in the house.
I found some letters written by E. Valdez. I guess he was the owner of a hotel named the Golden Gardenia.
Valdez!
Golden gardenias? I thought they were all white.
That's it! Don't you see? The hotel has gold hidden in it, and Valdez is watching over it.
I don't think so, Bess.
I should get going. Talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Okay, yep. Emily is the only one who's actually necessary to talk to.
Emily Foxworth speaking.
Hello, it's Nancy Drew.
Hi, Nancy. How's your case coming along?
Have you ever heard of the Ladies Protection Society?
No, but it sounds like some turn-of-the-century charity. There were all these private agencies that helped out widows and orphans before the government took on that role.
What do you know about the Bandit's Treasure?
Bandit's Treasure? Oh, you mean the play? The Rep did a season where they performed old local plays, including the Bandit's Treasure. I've never seen it, but I hear the music is fantastic.
Do you know where Yerba Buena town is?
That's what San Francisco was called back during the Spanish colonial period, but no one calls it that anymore.
Tell me about the Spanish and San Francisco.
Oh, you could write a book on that. The Spanish were the first Europeans to settle this area during the 1700s, and it stayed that way until after the Mexican-American War when it was handed over to the United States. It couldn't have happened at a better time because gold was discovered outside the city not more than 2 years later.
With all of that gold around, I'd imagine there's a lot of buried treasure in this town.
Yeah, you'd think that, but I've never heard of any in San Francisco, except for Treasure Island out in the bay. But that's named after the book, not some legend.
I should get going. Goodbye, Emily.
Goodbye, Nancy.
It only happened when I finished talking to Hannah. I'm wondering if there's like a glitch in the sound files in regards to the phone calls with Hannah. I'm trying to remember. I cannot remember for the life of me with that. There's one in the attic. That's where it was.
It's locked.
I forgot it auto locks. That's one of the only annoying things in some of these older games is... Okay, where is the... There it is. I honestly forgot to look at that one when it was up here the first time. Ah, there's the lantern.
Listen, my child, to this story of dreams.
Okay. I'm wondering if it's just a glitch with the sound files in regards to Hannah on the phone.
This is Bess.
And George.
Hello, you two.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
I found a hidden passageway in the library.
Really?
Now you can spy on people.
Yeah, and see who's reading what.
or get a good look at the resident ghost.
Abby hosted a seance and contacted the spirit who's haunting the house.
Did you actually see the ghost?
Yeah, right. I'm sure it was some kind of trick.
Abby sounds suspicious.
Yeah, maybe she's hiding something. She probably knows more about the house than she's admitting.
I should get going. Talk to you later.
See ya!
Bye!
Yeah. Well, and obviously Emily, because Emily gives you translations for stuff. Without the conversations with her, you can't advance in the story. Okay, looks like it's... I don't think we can even tell Rose.
Hello.
I can
Yep,
see you're busy.
Can't tell Rose
I'll
that
let you
the
go.
seance was
So
a
long.
fake. Now, personally, I do actually believe in ghosts and spirits and hauntings and all of that.
I hope you're convinced now that the spirits are with us. These ghosts are here to stay.
Have you seen the poem in my room?
Oh, I love that poem. Listen, my child, to this story of dreams. How does the rest go? It was there when we bought the place.
What kind of person is Charlie? He seems to feel bad about all of these mishaps.
Ugh, it's clear to me that Charlie's totally responsible for the accidents. Who else could it have been? He's a really nice kid, but he has no idea what he's doing. Unfortunately, Rose doesn't want to fire him. And there's something suspicious about him.
What do you mean?
The other day, I was down in the basement working for over an hour, and suddenly he sneaks up on me. I bet he was down there the whole time, watching me.
Do you know much about Lewis? It must be great having your own expert on Victorians.
He owns Chandler Interiors, a very reputable antique store. I'm sure his clients will be quite interested in our bed and breakfast once they hear about our resident ghost.
How long have you known Rose?
A couple of years. She has good business sense, but I think she needs to think more about advertising. Otherwise, we're just like all the other B&Bs in this town, and believe me, there's plenty of them.
I saw those papers in the parlor. Where did you find them?
Right in my room. They're so vintage. I'm going to ask Lewis if he can get me some antique frames for them. Rose and I can use the letters in our historical display.
Was there anything about the house in them?
I don't think so. I really didn't go through them that much. I did find this old picture of a woman dressed in men's clothing. I think it was taken in the entryway by the staircase. I sent it to a photographer to have it restored.
Do you have any idea who this woman might be?
No, I don't. Sorry.
I heard someone crying in the hallway. Was that you?
I told you the spirits were interested in you. Was it a woman crying?
Yes, it was. How did you know?
It must be one of our phantom residents.
Do you know who this phantom could be?
Well, it wasn't me crying out there.
Did the house come with a lot of furniture?
There were a lot of pieces and knickknacks left behind, like the books in the study, your bed. I think it was too large to take out of the room.
I found out how you rigged the seance table with a projector. That was a pretty good show you gave.
Okay, so I staged part of the seance, but that still doesn't mean this place isn't haunted. Seances were very popular during the Victorian era, and I plan to entertain our guests with them. It'll be a great way to promote the place.
Have you been creating these accidents to help your promotion?
Of course not. I've had nothing to do with these accidents. They cost us both time and money. If you want to find out who's behind the accidents, ask our resident handyman.
Are you the ghost who is haunting this place?
There's more to this house than you think, Nancy. You probably don't believe me, and with good reason, I admit it. But there are some mysteries in life best left unsolved.
I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
I'm just
Bye-bye.
glad that I honestly couldn't remember if I had to talk to Hannah to be able to progress the story, and thankfully I don't.
It's stuck.
I don't trust it to... Wait, why did I do that? I have the lantern.
It's stuck. The King of the Sky will shine his ray.
Yeah, the fact that you can't. I honestly don't remember where I find the eye for the... Whoops. At least it makes a cute little squeaky sound. Ah, yes, the old floppy disks. Ah, there it is. Till noon. Okay. Now, just in case. Just in case of annoyances that annoying, glitchy. Nope, nothing there. Right, I haven't gotten that particular. One of the things that I do find annoying with this one is that we do not have a task list that that is easily accessible.
Hello, Nancy.
Do you think Charlie is doing a good job?
Certainly. He's rough around the edges, but he's reliable and learns very quickly. He's just what Rose and I need.
Did Lizzie ever wear men's clothing?
I'm sure she played some roles where she had to dress as a man, but she was quite an elegant woman, quite fashionable for her time.
I won't keep you any longer.
Thank you, Nancy.
Yeah. must be a dialogue option I haven't exhausted yet. Because there's a very specific thing that happens. Maybe I have to get Charlie about his term paper?
Hi, Nancy. What's up?
Charlie, I found this diskette. I think it's yours.
I was wondering where it was. Thanks a lot, Nancy. Luckily, I had a backup at the school.
That must be an interesting paper you're writing.
I just started to write it, so I don't know very much about the robbery. It's hard to separate fact from fiction, especially when most of the information is based on rumors.
Whatever happened to the gold?
Nobody knows. Some historians say that the bank faked the robbery to collect the insurance money.
Was it El Diablo who stole the gold? Or someone else?
It was definitely El Diablo, but no one knows who he was. In my opinion, El Diablo never existed. He was a composite of different outlaws from that era.
Charlie, I know your secret. I know you're living in the hidden room behind the saloon.
Please don't tell Rose. I have no place to stay.
Why do you live in there?
I was homeless, camping out in parks. One day I was looking for a place to get out of the rain, so I ducked under some bushes and found this hidden panel that led to the secret room. Nancy, I didn't mean any harm. I just needed a place to live.
I really think you should tell Rose. But I'll keep your secret if you help me out.
It's a deal, and I will tell Rose. What do you need?
What other secrets do you know about this house?
I have seen some odd things down here, like Abby's seance.
Had you come across any hidden passageways down here?
You mean like a trapdoor leading to a room with skeletons or something? No, I haven't.
I'll let you get back to your renovation.
Later, and thanks, Nancy, for keeping my secret. I'll tell Rose.
I know there's something with the piano, but I can't remember where I found the thing for that. Okay, I am going to consult a walkthrough. Oh, okay. I think I figured out what I didn't interact with. I'm gonna have to do the sleep until someone's out of their space. It's 1 p.m. I can't remember if I finished talking to Abby or not. Oh, yep, she's doing her.
Hi, Nancy.
Does Charlie live around here?
I'm not sure. He said he's between apartments. I think he said he's staying with friends until he can find a place of his own.
Is Charlie from the Bay Area?
I don't know. You might want to ask Rose. He doesn't talk much about his private life.
Between apartments? That seems kind of odd.
Not for San Francisco. Rents are really high, and there are so many kids thinking they can find cheap housing out here. It's sad to say, but a lot of them end up on the streets.
I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
See you later.
I think that tunnel is literally the only use that lantern has. Okay, I'm gonna go check the attic and see if I missed anything while I was up there. Because there's a piece of paper I'm looking for. pretty sure what I need is up in the attic.
It's locked. Is there more to this music than what I'm seeing?
Yes, there is, but we can't do anything yet because I don't have the... There's a thing I need. I just don't remember where I find it. I've played this game so many times you'd think I would have it memorized. Some of the games I do have certain things memorized. Hang on. This one... Now, some of the Nancy Drew games, there are things you cannot do if you haven't found them at all. Like, you cannot do them. If you have not found them, you cannot do them. Some of the older ones. Nope, that wasn't what I needed. I mean, that's helpful. But not right this second. There's a... I don't really remember what kind of code it's called, but there's a key code. That's still covering that. I am not using that walkthrough. The person who made it made the walkthrough as they were playing, so they thought that you have to mix the drinks. There's none of those sort of puzzles in this game. That was more of a way of showing people, hey, these are some of the non-alcoholic drinks that existed back in like the 1900s. Like either the late 1800s or during Prohibition, most likely during Prohibition. What was I gonna... Oh, right. You know what? Oh, okay, so there are 5 notes darkened on the top row of the... That's what I was... Oh. Yep. I honestly don't remember if it's Abby or someone else who wrote that. I know it wasn't... I don't remember who if they actually say who wrote the note. Okay. Here we go. Very good. B E G A G. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I saw that written down in one of my notebooks and I couldn't remember what the hell it was for. Because seeing that exact, like, note combination. Like, I knew it was musical notes. I just couldn't for the life of me remember what the hell I had written it down for. But writing it down right now, I'm just like, oh, seriously? There's the piece of paper. I don't think it was anything to do with Swanee
And
River.
hidden beneath a river of...
See, this is why sometimes I look in a walkthrough, especially on a game I've played a few times. This one I've played, I don't even know how many times off the top of my head. I know it's more than 5, but less than 10. There's a few where I've played it.
It's locked.
I've played a few of the games multiple. I've been played the ones that I like multiple times. I've played Curse of Blackmore Manor multiple times. I've played... Why did I turn that way? Ghost of Thornton Hall a few times. There's actually different endings you can get with. Find Diego on the stairs. Okay, yeah. Already did that. Okay. Unless it's just something that's supposed to happen on the third in-game day. That might be it. Let's see, because Rose is available till 10 p.m. So let's check that clock. Make sure it says p.m. Yep. Okay, where the heck is the... I forgot this drawer opens.
When the bird of fire can see again.
I wonder if now is when... I wonder if that's what I had to see though. Yep. Have to receive fire insurance for the fire to happen.
I talked to everybody in the house, and none of them can figure out what caused the fire. Maybe I should take Lewis's advice and cut my losses before it's too late.
What did the fire department say?
They think the fire was caused by sparks from the fireplace, since it doesn't have a screen. And I specifically told Charlie to buy one. How could he have forgotten?
What was Lewis's advice?
He has a client who might want to buy the place. Someone with more experience and money to finish all of the renovations. No, I am bound and determined to stick with this house no matter what. Nothing can drive me away. I don't care if it's fires, earthquakes, or Mr. Valdez with his gang of ghosts.
Excuse me for prying, but why did you spend so much money to insure the house against fire?
For protection. I've put my entire life savings into this house, and if it goes up in smoke, I'll lose everything.
Have you found any rainbow designs in the house?
Rainbows? No. Not that I can remember.
Which, at least
I
that's
can
a
see you're
somewhat
busy.
innocuous
I'll let you go.
question.
Goodbye.
Because, hey, for all Rose knows, Nancy could just be a fan of rainbows.
Hey, Nancy. I hear there's been another accident. You've got to believe me, I didn't have anything to do with it. I just hope Rose doesn't blame me for this one.
Rose mentioned the fire screen you were supposed to get.
But I did buy it. Lewis told me that it was the wrong type and said he'd get another one, so I returned it.
And that's all there is to it?
Everyone thinks I'm causing these accidents because I was always the last one there, but I had nothing to do with them. I can tell you this. There's something unusual going on in this house.
Who was the last person you saw in the parlor before the fire?
I've been working mostly in the basement, but I think I saw Abby go through those papers right before the fire.
I'll let you get back to your renovation.
See ya.
And here's where things are about to get interesting. Remember, the two pieces of paper that were on top that we looked at were in regards to an auction for the house, and there was a page from an old phone book. Those are the letters that were in the drawer of the desk. Which means something in those letters was something that somebody didn't want someone else to see.
Ah, Nancy, what a shame to have lost those papers. And to think that we almost lost the house. Rose is very fortunate to have you here.
Were the papers very valuable?
Not for my purposes, no. But they must have had some sentimental value.
Did you hear anything in the parlor before the fire started?
No, I'm afraid not. I'm somewhat isolated here. With these thick walls, I barely hear anything.
Do you know why the fireplace in the parlor didn't have a screen?
No, I don't. Now I remember. I was to purchase an antique fire screen, but never found a suitable match. I feel just terrible. I must apologize to Rose about this.
I won't keep you any longer.
Goodbye, Nancy.
We can't open the... I don't see his briefcase. Remember correctly, it's supposed to be right there. I don't remember what's in the briefcase that we need.
You have become completely distracted by all of the spiritualism stuff. I think you were in the parlor, either burning candles or using that flash paper.
Well, excuse me for trying to find some ways to promote this place. It's good business sense.
Well, I guess we won't have to worry about advertising if the mansion burns down.
You've given up. You want the mansion to burn to the ground. That way you won't have to worry about losing your investment. You'll just collect the...
Oh, yeah. She was up in Abby's room. I can't exactly talk to Abby.
Hi, Nancy. I can't believe we had a fire. I can't believe it. I bet Charlie was down there before it started.
Why would someone want to destroy those papers?
You mean, why would someone want to destroy the house and you know what? I can think of a million reasons why.
What do you mean?
Never mind, it doesn't concern you.
I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Bright blessings.
Yeah, I've never heard that one. Let's see. What am I missing? I know that the fire has to happen for certain aspects of the case to even, like, go on. I think I missed a Hanzi symbol in here.
When the moon sleeps and the sun plays.
Go to the main menu for 1 second. Okay, that's what I forgot. That's the spot I'm... Okay. I knew there was something I was missing. Okay, I'm gonna have to... That happens pretty regularly once you've reached a certain point. I don't understand why she keeps doing it when she knows that we know that she's... pumping up the hauntings with extra, like, stuff. And also, this is one of the shorter games in the series, so that's why I'm like, this one's not the longest one in the series for sure, but, I do definitely prefer the ones where you can like auto rotate the rooms and turn around instead of having to rotate the room to turn around. Okay, his briefcase isn't in here. Shoot. I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing. I'm gonna call Bess and George for a hint.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
What's up?
You'll never believe this, but things have gotten even more complicated. I found some clues that there might be buried treasure in the house.
Wow!
Oh, Nancy, it sounds like you've got a real case on your hands. How can we help?
Can you guys give me a clue? I'm not sure what to do next.
Look and see if Rose has Lewis's schedule on her desk. Enter the secret passageway right before he comes in and see what he's up to.
That's what it was. Thank you, Bess.
I should get going. Talk to you later.
Bye, Nancy!
That's how we get the... And that's how we get the, He comes in at noon. So, 11.
Lewis is up to something.
Aha! That's it!
Lewis, are you in there?
I'll be right there.
He's hiding something in his briefcase. Gumbo.
Yeah. Think. Okay. Let's talk to Emily.
Emily Foxworth speaking.
Hello, it's Nancy Drew.
Hi, Nancy. How's your case coming along?
Do you know what the words gumbo foo mean?
Sounds Chinese to me. Why don't you ask everyone what they think it means? It may have something to do with the house. In the meantime, I'll ask my friends about it.
And there was the sound of Lewis.
Gumbo foo.
I should get going. Goodbye, Emily.
Keep me posted,
That
okay?
is the sound of Lewis going back into the library. Now, we ask Lewis, Charlie, Abby, and I almost said Abigail. The heck? Is it not noon yet? Huh. That should have been the sound of him going into the library. Oh. We're gonna go talk to... We're gonna go down in the basement. Then we'll just talk to everyone
Hi,
else.
Nancy. What's up?
Do you know what the words gumbo foo mean?
I'm not sure. I've never heard that before.
I'll let you get back to your renovation.
I'll be here if you need me.
Hello.
Are you missing any papers?
Funny you should ask. Yes, I did misplace some old letters, but I'm sure they'll show up soon.
Do you know what gumbo
no, they
foo
won't.
means?
No, not that I can remember.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Don't work too hard.
Hello.
Do you know what gumbo foo means?
Gumbo foo? I love gumbo. What kind of gumbo is gumbo foo?
I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Have a celestial day.
The only reason I actually don't hate Abby as a character, because she's a bit odd, but... And yeah, she definitely is like the stereotypical crystal girly who is a bit into the occult and whatnot. Which
Yes,
that's kinda-
Nancy.
Do you know what gumbo foo means?
Where did you hear that?
I read about it in a magazine.
I see. As I recall, it means House of Great Books. After the Great Earthquake, many books and documents were stored in private homes to save them from the fires. The Chinese called those houses Gumbo Fu.
I won't keep you any longer.
Thank you, Nancy.
I don't remember how he reacts if you tell him you've read about it in a book. Yep, it happens every time. Okay, I never can remember the correct order for the Chinese zodiac. And also... Okay. Rat... Fox... Tiger... Rabbit... Dragon, snake, horse. This one's the horse. Goat, monkey, rooster, dog, boar. Ah, shoot. Okay. This is where it gets a bit more difficult. I need to... Okay. Okay. That's right. thankfully, once you've done that, nothing of interest in there. Letters. Wedding announcement between Diego Valdez and Lizzie Applegate. Last will and testament of Lizzie Applegate. Oh boy. There's a trick for this one. I don't remember how it works. And then comes this slider puzzle. I hate slider puzzles. Oh, I'm gonna have to... Yep. Ah, here it is.
Golden Wonder.
Okay. I already forgot. Rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, or pig. Ugh, do I seriously have to open this all over again? Oh boy. The senior detective walkthrough I was looking at before had the correct order for these, because like it shows which ones are which for the letters, because I don't have it memorized and I forgot to write them down, because I swear my brain would probably either my brain ran away or my head would fall off if it wasn't attached. Okay. There's... Okay. So up, right, up, right, down, left. Left, down, right, up, left. Down, right, up, right, down, down. Left, up, left, down. Nothing can be moved to the right. Okay. I don't know if I can restart this. Oh, yeah. Up. Okay, I'm gonna... Can we reset the puzzle? Okay. Unless I moved that one up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down. Once again, there's no right. Unless this was right, up, left. Nope, there's no up now. I hate these puzzles so much. I can never solve these without any sort of help. It's like they are kind of the bane of my existence. See what I mean? And this one doesn't come with a reset button, which is what makes it even more annoying because yeah, and I don't even know if I can get these back into their original positions. Because I think that was there. I hate slider puzzles so much. I don't know why I've subjected myself to this. I forgot about this puzzle. If I just keep fucking around with it, I should be able to get it figured out. But yeah, no, I hate slider puzzles so fucking much. They frustrate the hell out of me. Mainly because my brain can't think. Like, I can't think that many moves ahead. I'm not very good at it. It's probably why I'm not the greatest at chess either. Like, I'm not terrible at chess. I understand how it works. I can't think far enough ahead for it to... Oh, that took way longer than necessary. Okay. I must have missed a step in that walkthrough for it. Oh, yep. Once you find the gem, everyone has vanished from their usual places. Because you don't get to find out who the actual culprit is until the very last.
it's stuck.
And once again, the crowbar
Gold!
comes in handy.
And to think I was standing on it all along.
Ha 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 ha! Too bad no one will ever find out about it.
Louis?
I knew it! There must be over $1 million in here.
I've got to stop him before he gets away.
What? Hey! 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 Get me out of here!
Dear Bess, I'm just about finished with my renovation work and counting out all of those gold coins. Louis was behind all of the accidents, hoping to pressure Rose into selling the house so he could find the treasure himself. Although Rose and Abby may not have a legal right to the gold, the bank the coins were stolen from will still give them a reward for finding it. The house also has gotten a lot of publicity with all of the news stories, and the place is booked solid for the first month of its opening. I guess a haunted bed and breakfast with hidden treasures is all the rage these days, even if there are no such things as ghosts. I think. See you soon, Nancy.
Okay. I successfully finished the game. Again. Still. At least now I know it wasn't the messing around with permissions thing that earlier that led to the game not working right in that one spot. And it's just some sort of glitch with the sound files, which is annoying, but at least now for future reference I know don't call Hannah when playing Message in a Haunted Mansion on this particular PC installation. Because yeah, like I said, something must have gone screwy when I was installing the game, because it's an old game. It's a really old game at this point. It's over 20 years old. Actually, I think I said it came out in like 2000, so it's like 25 years old. So it's also discontinued. So yeah, the fact that I still have a copy of it and that I had to go through so much trouble just to install this, it was not fun. It took a lot of trial and error, but I did get it installed and I can play it. So let's see, tomorrow, or well, later today, I guess it's after midnight, I will be playing some House Flipper, and I will be doing one of the haunted properties to keep with the theme of Spooky Month. And then I will be also playing some horror games, like straight up horror games this month. So I've played Cemetery Mary once, and I think I got one of the bad endings. So I am going to play that a few times this month just to see if I can get some of the other endings. I will be following walkthroughs for that because of the fact that I've already played it once, so I don't feel guilty about using a walkthrough when I've finished a game multiple times, or at least once. In the case of Message in a Haunted Mansion, I've played this game so many times over the years. What year did I buy that copy that I had? I don't know if I even have the disc anymore. It doesn't need the disc to play, thankfully. But I don't even remember what year I bought that disc. Then okay, so yeah, so Thursday, House Flipper, Friday, Cemetery Mary, and this Saturday I'm planning on playing Massacre at the Mirage. I haven't actually finished that one, but I do want to try to do like a full game playthrough of it. Then on Sunday, I'll be trying to get one of the other endings for Strange Antiquities, because I've only gotten one ending in that one. And Strange Antiquities isn't the scariest, like, horror game, but it does have horror elements. Then on Monday, I'll be playing No, I'm Not a Human. I've gotten a couple of endings in that, but there's a bunch of endings. Then on Tuesday, I will be playing Amanda the Adventurer. I will not be playing the entire game in one sitting. I have already played it through all the way. I just really liked it and I want to play it again. So I'll be playing that for the next 2 Tuesdays, and then I will play the sequel the next 2 Tuesdays. So I'm not going to be playing the same game 2 days in a row. I want to do this spread out a bit. Then on the 8th, I plan to play Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, which is another Nancy Drew. Then the other House Flipper haunted property. Then Cemetery Mary again. Then I want to try the Tom the Post Girl demo, which I did watch Lauren Z-Side play that, and it's got a few different endings. Even in the demo, it's got a couple different ways that it can end. Then Strange Horticulture on the 12th, which is the first game out of the Strange series. And that one I've beaten completely. I just want to see which endings I end up getting just by choosing random things. Then on the 13th, I want to do another round of No, I'm Not a Human. And like I said, Amanda the Adventurer. Then Nancy Drew Curse of Blackmore Manor on the 15th. The 16th, I want to do Haunted House Renovator. I want to do one of the actual jobs. Haunted House Renovator, I've only ever actually done the tutorial stuff. So I do want to try going further with that. Then I'm not sure if I'm going to stream on the 17th and or the 18th. If I do stream on the 17th, it'll probably be with my mom because that's her birthday. The 18th, like I said, I'm not sure. It depends on if we're going to visit our aunt or not, and because she wants to make a cake and celebrate my mom's birthday, and she likes to celebrate everybody's birthdays. Then on the 19th, I want to do Strange Antiquities again. Then No, I'm Not a Human, Amanda the Adventurer 2, Nancy Drew Shadow at the Water's Edge, which was, oh my god, when I played that the first time, I jumped at the first jump scare. I nearly fell out of the chair I was sitting in, which was my grandpa's computer chair, if I remember correctly. I think the first time I played Shadow at the Water's Edge, I didn't have my own PC yet. I think that was when I still was using my grandpa's laptop to play games. Then I got my first laptop, and yeah. Then on the 23rd, because I will have purchased it at that point, I want to do House Flipper 2 and play some of the new Scooby-Doo content, because I'm going to be purchasing the Scooby-Doo expansion because it comes out on the 23rd. I am looking forward to it like crazy because, oh my god, I love Scooby-Doo. And also, there's supposed to be some haunted properties in the Scooby-Doo expansion, so I'm so looking forward to that. Then Cemetery Mary again on the 24th. Then I want to try playing Helltown on the 25th. Another one I've watched, I think it was Lauren Z-Side actually. Another one I watched her play. Then on the 26th, Strange Antiquities again. I just want to play Strange Horticulture once because I haven't played it in a while since I last beat it, and I want to, just play it again. Then No, I'm Not a Human. Then Amanda the Adventurer 2. Nancy Drew Ghost of Thornton Hall, which prior to Ghost of Thornton Hall, Shadow at the Water's Edge was the scariest Nancy Drew game ever made, and it was marketed as the scariest Nancy Drew game yet. And then Ghost of Thornton Hall came out, and the last time I played it, I actually got one of the jump scares that I had never seen before, and I was freaked out when I saw it. I was like, oh my god, I did not know that this one was there. It was it startled the hell out of me. Then another round of the House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo expansion, and then on Halloween, I want to do Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem because that one actually takes place around Halloween. It also has some decent jump scares and spooky moments, and I really like it. I just replayed it not that long ago. Actually, did I even finish that playthrough? I might have to finish that playthrough before I start a new one. But yeah, I just wanted to do some spooky stuff for spooky month. Obviously, there's going to be games that people don't necessarily want to watch. I am going to make a YouTube playlist out of all of this, so anyone who wants to watch it, they can watch it on. Anyone who wants to watch it on YouTube can watch it on YouTube. Anyone who wants to watch it on Twitch can watch it on Twitch. And I need to glue this false nail back on because it came off. They're always doing that. But anyway, I finished the game in under 3 hours, so yay! Yay me! I could do the. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do the London Tipton yay me clapping thing. I watched way too much Sweet Life of Zack and Cody when I was a kid. Like preteen, teenager, because I mean, because that's when it was on. Around the same age as the Sprouse twins. I think they're a little older than me. Not much, but a little. Okay, so in order to even close OBS, I'm going to have to either minimize or exit the game. So I'm going to hit exit game because, sure, don't see why it's necessary. It didn't want to let me save, so. And as you can see, my desktop is Kuromi. I found this on a free site, I don't remember which one, but I love Kuromi. She's my favorite Sanrio character, and I already watched the entirety of My Melody and Kuromi, because it was super cute, and a little weird. I'm gonna put that back over where I normally have it. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow, House Flipper, then Cemetery Mary. And yeah, like I said, not sure what I'm doing on the 17th. Because I don't know what my mom and I are doing for her birthday. If we're celebrating her birthday on her birthday and going to see our aunt and doing all that stuff. I think our aunt and uncle wanted to take us out for lunch or something. I don't even know. I wasn't paying. I kind of zoned out a little bit. I do that a lot. Gotta love having ADHD. It's a trip sometimes. But anyway, I made myself a nice little schedule. Cause yeah, I haven't been streaming recently, and I don't think I streamed all in September. I was having a lot of like bad mental health days, and yeah, I made this stream schedule because it's like, you know what, if I make myself a schedule of which games I'm gonna play, I'll actually play them. And yeah, so yeah, and this folder is literally the ones for my October streams. I'm now going to move Message in Haunted Mansion back to the Nancy Drew game folder on my desktop so that I don't accidentally open it again. So, yeah, like I said, tomorrow is House Flipper. So, night all.